Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a fifth grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Makoni.
With the launch of Makoni Entertainment and Makoni Competizone alongside Makoni Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MakoniSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome everybody to GT Champions. We're back here for round 5 of the Porsche EuroCup, and we're at Zandvoort, and this is going to be awesome. We're here at GTC TV, and we are rolling out in the Porsche for the second to last race of the season in the Porsche here at Zandvoort. So welcome everybody, and we got some interesting stuff developed for this week, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I have somebody with me here in the booth, with me and Pix. His name is Fry. Some of you may know him, some of you may not, but you will get to know him momentarily. So Fry, hey bud.
Hello, hello. How's everyone doing?
There he is. There he is. So, Mr. Pix is just going to fix a little technical issue there, folks. So, here's what we're doing. We are in round 5. We're at Zandvoort, and man, is this track a blast. Fry, have you driven this track in any other simulators? Just curious.
Just in Formula 1.
Yeah. This is really a fun track. It's got some really cool corners, some really fast corners. It's pretty interesting to see what these guys are doing. We're gonna bring up some stats about that here in a little bit once Pix gets his stuff working. We had some technical difficulties this morning, but hey, it's computers. If we have don't have technical difficulties, guys like me wouldn't have a job.
Jump out for a second. I'll be right back.
So, pardon me. So, had a little fun thing show up today, or not today, 2 days ago. You know, the winners coins that we've talked about. You can see them there in the top right corner of your screen. I got a glimpse of one after it was produced by the company making them, and they're all done, and they've shipped them, and they are glorious. So I'm really excited to be able to ship these off to our pro and am champions from this season of Porsche EuroCup. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait for them to see it all. We've had a pretty busy week at GT Champions. We had our Porsche EuroCup round 4 last week when we were at Barcelona, which was an amazing race, really good race. And only a couple incidents that had to be stewarded, so class act driving from all of the drivers out there, which was nice. Let's see, Thursday night we had ourselves the midweek madness in GT7 in Gran Turismo. Fry's been putting those together for us, and had a pretty fun combination this last week. It was a lot of fun out at Tokyo Expressway, and all of the safety cars. So everyone can pick their safety cars and race around. That was a lot of fun. And then we have this today, and then later on this afternoon, if you come back here in about 6 hours after this race is over, you'll see yours truly racing in the GT7 World Cup All-Star event. So we're doing our all-star race this afternoon, and we found someone to broadcast it so I could actually race it. I'm so excited. So anyway, a lot of fun. All right, so looks like we're getting things together here. Pix is just working on all the stuff, the magic that he does. So we're at Zandvoort in the Porsche 911, running the Makoni setups, which have been absolutely brilliant for the whole season. I don't think both of the winners have said how much they really enjoy and love it. So it's awesome. All right, so we're on stop 5 of our European race series. We're in Holland, in the Netherlands, in North Holland, at Zandvoort, very popular racetrack. The lap record for a GT3 car here is a 134. I am seeing 134s out of these dudes right now that are on the track, and that is pretty cool, because like if Jules was able to do a 134 111 and these guys are doing 134 8s and there's a 134 flat in there, so these guys are right up there with the pros, so that's pretty amazing. Anyway, there's our glorious machine for the day. All the guys get to drive a nice kick butt, high horse-powered car, low weight rear wheel drive. Oh yeah, so much fun. 560 horsepower. That's nothing to smirk at. Okay, so Fry is new with us here, visiting in the commentary booth, and I still love his avatar. I think it's beautiful. And
I have a question about the avatar, please.
Nice.
Why is it that you look like a retired Fabio, and I got the
well, actually, that's a new one for me. I now have a 5 o'clock shadow, and my hair is a little lighter. And look at that chin, man. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna. That's the look I'm going for now.
So in,
I'm gonna do all my neck
Pix's
exercises.
defense, I sent the picture to a friend of mine, and he said it looks exactly like me. So I guess kudos to Mr. Pix once again.
Anyway, so Jason Jeter visiting with us. So we can't forget our boy Eitan, our executive producer. So here we are, Zandvoort. Next weekend, Imola, the final round of this. It's too fast. It's just too fast. So folks, just stick around, because we're gonna bring a whole new series as soon as possible. So, that's what we're gonna do. All right, so pardon me. I have got like the entire pond in my throat, not just the frogs. I don't know what's going on. All right, so here's our standings after last week's race in the AM class. David Bronca makes his way to the top after that finish. Morgan Smith drops into second place, and Derek Coral drops into third. Derek is going to be starting from the pits today. So is Sajin Arulian, who's currently in ninth for some incidents in the last race. So it's going to take Morgan Smith a little bit of time to sort that out. Now, this is where it's going to get exciting. Till and TJ, these two have shared wins in the series. Both have been on the podium all races except one. TJ had a terrible race at Spa. Wrong tire selection is what I'm going to go with. So the pace car is getting out on the track. I did want to do my patented. It's not patented at all. I'm just going to do my driver meeting with the guys while they're all sitting there loading onto the grid. So hang on one second, and then we're going to talk about the track a little bit more. All right, gentlemen, welcome to round 5. There's only one more after this, and you are at Zandvoort. And man, is this track fun, and I hope you're going to enjoy yourselves. Remember, watch out in turn 1, and especially in turn 3 and the hairpin there. Give yourself some room. Remember, it's a 1-hour race. You don't have to win it on the first corner. We do have a couple drivers, Arulian and Derek, who will be starting from the pits, so nobody gets worried about that. And have a great race, everybody. All right. So, Zandvoort. It's cool out. It's pretty humid. But look at that wind. It is a 12-mile-an-hour wind. That will play a role. These cars aren't as... And you probably know this too, Fry, is these cars are not as sensitive to the wind as like a Formula One car would be, right? Those things are
Pretty much.
oh yeah, they're full
heavier.
on like
They're-
kites, right? So
It's what you call a full send car.
there you go, for sure. All right, so Tim Connolly gets the pole hill with, no surprise, right there next to him, starting on the front row. Derek Corral, he qualified third, but he'll have to start from the pits, although I don't see his car looking like it's starting from the pits. But I don't know if... hopefully that works. Oh, yeah, it doesn't show him. Yeah, him and Sajin don't show themselves. So he qualified third, but he'll start from the pits. So it looks like we're in good shape for there. Steve Susanna, look at that, up into fourth. Steve Susanna and I learned this week we are both in the same industry together. So that's a lot of fun. I actually had a whole thing, and now I can't find it. But we'll talk more about the drivers as we go through. Doug Palmer starts in fifth. Toby David Bronca leading the AMs with Morgan Smith, who is fighting for that right by him. So that AM championship battle is for real. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, pace car is gonna dive off here pretty soon. Oh wait, are we doing a full? No, this is only a half. Oh, it's a full lap. Okay, perfect. We'll give him a chance to get warmed up.
I was gonna-
Gives us a little bit more time to
Being
talk.
new to iRacing, I wanted to ask, so they do a formation lap each time?
Yes, we have a chance to either do a full formation lap or you can do a partial formation lap. So
Okay.
I prefer the full formation lap. I like gives the drivers a chance to kind of get the wiggles out. You know what?
Yeah, get the whole car warmed up, but they're still going to do the grid start as usual, right?
No. It's going to be a rolling start, and TJ
Okay.
will, roll them off. It's not like Formula One where they park it, and then they do the race to warm it up. This is more of a get everybody together. And part of it is just that I like about this long formation lap. It gives the drivers a chance to be kind of around next to each other, wiggle around a little bit, kind of get the nerves out, so they're not just on a standing start and then bailing for the first corner, right? It also helps. Go ahead.
I think it gets the nerves in. It builds that anticipation as you go around the track.
Right,
To me,
but-
it's not as calming as the closer you get to that start-finish line.
Yeah, but what's nice is when they take off, they're already going at speed and they're already kind of near each other and everyone kind of slots in. We haven't had any turn one incidents in this race.
It gives
in
you a
this
chance
series.
to take a breath. We all need a breath before turn one.
Yeah, no kidding. So, all right. So, and the only cautions that we do here and is a full course caution if we have a pretty massive pile up somewhere, somebody goes flying through the pack somehow doing something, wasn't paying attention and wrecks a bunch of cars, we'll do a full course caution. But other than that, we won't. So
They just do local yellows, right?
nope.
Okay.
We'll do a full course yellow. We'll do a yellow period, and only if it's a really bad incident on the first
gotcha.
lap there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it'll
European.
it'll throw yellow flags in
Yeah,
sectors. Yeah, I apologize.
European racing and American racing are different just because of the track sizes. So it's with iRacing, I'm learning that they're very accurate in their settings. So
Yes.
that's one thing that's kind of cool is with the different styles of racing across the world. They kind of adhere to each level.
They do.
Yeah.
Look at you adding color, baby. Adding color, just like I was hoping you would do.
Trust
Well,
me,
I
if you
have
want to,
known Fry
we're
for a
gonna be
long,
here
long
all
time
day.
now. And what's that?
I said, you want to talk racing, we will be here all day. This is, I watch racing all over the world, and it's just, you can never get enough.
Well, we're getting our racing now. Porsche's going to pull off into the pits, and TJ is going to lead them down. That's you know who TJ is, right? Tim Connolly. He's Bipolar Express. You recognize that?
Oh, okay.
name?
I didn't know his
that's
real
who it
name,
is.
but I did.
Look at they're all
I
jockeying around.
know he's been winning.
There we go. And Till, who's running first in the championship, is going to try to go around. Oh, I think we have. Is that a lot of cars? Oh yeah, we're gonna do a
lot of
full
cars.
yellow there. Let me get my mouse over there. Okay. Did the yellow
Our
throw?
two,
Trying to throw it.
it looks like one guy maybe didn't come out of the pits, and one guy hadn't even made it out of the pits before the
Yeah,
crash.
so yeah, we're throwing out of you. That I had to say something, didn't I, Pix? Gosh darn it.
Uh-huh.
I said
Uh-huh.
I hadn't had to thrown it the whole race.
And I'm
Oh.
just asking questions.
Yep. Oh yeah, let me do that really quick. Drivers, remember you do have that one faster pair, so those of you that were involved in that incident, you'll be able to pit and get your car fixed. I had to say something on the broadcast. I even said, look at that, we haven't had any yellows this whole season. So hang in there, folks. Just be patient. All right. So what's interesting is I didn't even hear anybody on radio say anything. So okay,
Was
so what happened? Did someone else just Oh,
some
no,
area right there.
that wasn't, had nothing to do with cars coming out of the pits. That's the pit exit lane there to the left.
Yeah, and you
So
see
who was
some of
that?
us. There he is. There's one car
That's
right there
one of
just coming
the
down the pits, and he's not even close
No,
to the.
that's the pace car.
That's oh, that's space car.
Yeah, now watch,
Crazy.
who is that that's coming up behind I think that's oof, they just tried to slide in there. There was no place for that. That's the number 65. Oh, is that,
It's Michael, I think.
so Timo did that? That doesn't seem like something Timo must have thought there was room in there. But yeah, a turn one incident like that, that's crazy. I got to
He
use
tried
my
to
new
shoot the
admin
gap and it
box today,
closed.
Pix. It's not quite the way I'd like to do it, but uh um well, it says that it's I was gonna say
Oh,
they gotta
okay,
catch the
race into
pace
the
car
pace car.
still. There we go. All right, so now hopefully everyone will get themselves sorted out. This plays an interesting role having these first few laps because a lot of the drivers have their tire and fuel calculations right set up for this, and now um, they need to rethink that a little bit. They're going to get a few extra laps under caution.
So what's our average? Like one stop, two stops?
It's pretty much been a one-stop race. Well, I mean, if people get damaged, that's different, but it's been a one-stop race. Fuel and tires. It depends on the track. I think last week at Barcelona, we thought we might see some two-stoppers, and we did because the track was really hot, and so those
Uh,
tires were worn down.
I think those.
Oh, you know
I
what?
think
I need to wave
yell.
around Sajin and Derek 88. Let me do that really quick.
Yeah, I think the yellow came out before they came off of pit road. Because of the because they had to start in pit road, it was delayed as they came on track.
Yep. Okay, I'm waving the two cars by so they should be able let me let them know. Yep, I'm going to right now. Oh, one there goes Derek. All right, Derek and Arulian, I've just sent the wave around for you, so you should be able to get around. Timo caused the
It's
incident, so I don't
just
want to give
just
him a
just the
wave around
sand.
for that. So we're gonna leave that there. I'm listening to the drivers for one moment. Yeah, I think so. It's telling him pass this car, pass that car. No, that's yeah, that's the number 88. Yeah, he's working his way around. I don't know how to fix. That I don't know. Okay. The the game probably will do that for him. Okay, Tim Connolly is on radio telling those guys to haul the mail around to get it. So my on-track race control helper is doing awesome. I gotta tell him that. TJ, man, you're the best co-race director ever. Thanks, dude. All right, so they're working their way around. What is the pace car still has the lights on? I can do -1 lap there. Hang on. Okay, so there we go. Pace car lights are out. Okay, let me let them know. All right, you guys, lights are off on the pace car. You will start when you come to the start finish line. So Derek and Sajin, you better hurry up and get yourselves around there. One of them is hauling the mail down the front stretch to get up to them, and oh, okay. Well, I'm sure. Oh, did I screw that up? Are they gonna get ahead? Oh, okay. I don't know if the viewers are hearing this, but we waved them around because it showed them a lap down, but now it's showing them. Okay, so Derek caught up, but it shows him in first place. Oh, crap. Okay, so small error. Aurelian and Coral, we waved you around because the game said that you guys were ahead or behind a lap. You were actually okay, and so now we just put you a lap ahead. So you guys have to let the pace car go by. I'm gonna add one more lap to the pace. Sorry, folks. Okay, is the pace car
Hang on, we're not going green. Not
lights back
going
on?
green.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta hold on. They gotta let it. They have to let the cars go all the way around and come past them. He's racing around trying to catch up. So I need to let them stop and let everyone go by.
Yeah, they
Aurelian.
just caught the tail of the field.
Okay. We're gonna let pace car cross the line. Aurelian and Coral, just wait back right around here. If you guys just want to pull to the side just for a second, and let's let the pace car cross the start finish line and see if your laps sort out. If they don't, just wait there, and then when the field comes back around, you can pick them up from the end. Okay? So Derek and Aurelian, you guys just kind of wait right there. Right there's a good place to wait. Derek and Aurelian, stop your cars on the track. Just stop. They're not listening to me. Derek and Aurelian, you need to stop your cars here for a minute. There's another caution lap, so they're not going to get away from you, I promise. Just pull over and stop so you can wait for the pack to come around. I can't tell them anything because they're not listening. Other people. Hold on. Drivers, give me a second. Aurelian and Derek, you guys need to stop and let the pace car catch all the way back up around you. They're just not doing anything. I don't know how to make them do what I want them to do. Hang on, folks. I'll be right back.
Yeah, since they are a lap. Okay, it looks like Derek is waiting. Now we just need Sajin to wait. There he goes. Well done, Sajin. Well done, Derek. So, Jason, have you watched the real life Porsche Cup?
I have.
It's awesome in this track. this track is one of the is the real life calendar, and it's awesome in here.
I try to keep up with a lot of the Euro stuff. My main
Hang on, we're not going green.
and never VA supercars. They have a lot of start out races that come on. But I do like as much as I'm not a Porsche fan, I do like the way the car drives, and especially on a track with banking like this.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
excited to see how they handle these couple turns.
Yeah, the Porsche EuroCup is tough to follow because it's exclusive to F1 TV, but they upload the highlights to their YouTube channel. So you can watch like the 10-minute highlights, or for those that have F1 TV, you can watch the full races there, and it's really, really good. Very competitive. These cars, I just
usually it's a timing issue. They're throwing the green flag, and I'm going to sleep.
yeah. They race mostly in European tracks.
The time difference can always get us. If I didn't pay, for the subscription on the Australian stuff, I'd never get to watch it. Sometimes it could be a 12, 14-hour difference.
Yeah. But that's
always
where
excited to see any kind of racing.
Yeah, that's where YouTube is really good, because now they're showing a lot of full races on YouTube, so you don't need to watch them live. You can just watch on demand whenever you want.
That's the way the world's going these days. Everybody's going to have a subscription streaming service somewhere.
Yep.
Here it goes.
All right, guys, I am back.
Hello.
And it looks like we've got everything sorted out. I added one more lap to the pace car, so when it comes across the line, they'll pick up Derek and Sajin.
Yeah, that was weird from the game. So
I think that's what I said right at the start. Either somebody didn't move out of the pits, or the game didn't let them out in time. So when the caution came out, I think it just put them a lap down.
yeah, it got it got confused apparently.
Well, don't worry. No matter how advanced they make it, we can still make it more challenging.
We can blame it all on Barney, right, Chris?
Okay, I'm back. I'm just working with the drivers. Everyone's just like, we're not sure what's going on, and now they all know what's going on. And Derek and Aurelian have indicated what side of the track they are parked on. So when they come around, so the lights are out on the pace car, and they're gonna pick up in the back. And let me make sure Derek is in front of Aurelian on the start. Although they'll be side by side actually. I think the game is going to put them where they belong. It's going to tell them where to go. So.
Yeah, like I was telling Jason, we can blame it all on Barney, right?
Yeah, we can blame it on Barney. Where is Barney? I haven't even seen him this round. All right, drivers. Sorry for the confusion. But it looks like everyone's in order now. So lights are off on the pace car. So we will go green next time by. Good luck. Oh, we do have two Barneys.
And they're going to have less fuel, less tires. They're going to be able to really push these things around this track now.
Yeah, they might.
I think
they're not going to be able to do the full race. But it will be. They're still going to have to pit, but they won't have to pit that much longer.
Well, with all the turns and angles of this track, it can be very rough on tires.
Mm-hmm.
So I see some guys that were maybe going to sit back, and with the limited time they have now, I see a lot of guys just pushing.
Yeah,
I don't think
they're not going to make it.
Have to save if they know they have that one stop.
Yeah, but they are not going to. Everyone's going to still have to stop, because there's just not enough fuel in the cars, right? That most of them have been able to go about 30 minutes. So even if when we start now, there'll still be 15 minutes left in the race. So it'll just be a much shorter pit. So. Oh, I'm excited to see how this turns out.
Now they can see, or they can save fuel, they can cut back. With a
Yeah,
track like this, though, I think you just lose too much time saving. I think we're going to see a great race. I think you're going to see a lot of guys pushing right now after
yeah,
after kind of
it's gonna be
saving
interesting.
for
They're gonna
so
be like,
much.
yeah, they're gonna say, let's do this. Let's just
Yeah,
shred these tires for 20 minutes and then get a fresh set and take the
'cause
rest
like you said,
race to
they
the
no
end.
matter
Yep.
what, they've got to make a stop. So and especially if I'm in the back, I'm sending it.
All right, so I've learned some things about wave arounds. We should always wait until car, the pace car, and all the cars pass the start finish line. Notes to self: Hey, I don't claim to be the race director with no errors or all of the answers to things. This is the first time in this is the second series we've run of these 6 round races that we've ever had an incident on the lap that needed a caution ever. So
I mean, let's be honest.
I think
I think
Timo
you
is
got
just
distracted by your avatar here.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You had
All
the
right, so
fan blowing in it.
let's see. So Wooly, you'll notice, folks, that Wooly is not here racing, or Steven Saunders. He is really not feeling it right now. So he's here with us, though, in spirit and in the chat, watching the race with us. So he's probably like, "Oh, I missed our first caution lap." Here they go. Everyone on the gas. Let's try this again. Turn 1. Hold it together. 4 wide. Hang in there. How's it looking? Everyone probably does not want to do cautions again. And there we go. That's how we get. Oh, Till makes the move to the front. Till gets around. Tim up to the front, really high up in the banking, which is where you want to get the fastest exit speed out of. And Till says, "See you later." Wow. Till actually Till is actually an electrician by trade. I had some of the drivers send me details about themselves so we could talk about them and stuff. But he has only ever done 41 official races in iRacing so far. If you could believe that. He is out. Tim has done I don't know how many, but Till, who's leading the race now, has only done 41 official races in this game. So Toby,
Is it
his
a
teammate,
quick study?
I guess he is a quick study. Yeah. This is his first league he's ever raced in, and he really likes owls. He also owns a Model 3 Tesla, he said. So that's kind of cool. And that he's a complete nerd. So, wow. Guys. Whew. Who's driving the yellow Porsches? There goes Derek underneath. That's Jerry Jones from S7. He makes the move. Get through there.
I love this corner right here. Love that high banking.
Yeah, that's a fun. Oh, Chris and Steve Susanna? Steve Ewing. Oh, okay. Steve Ewing is a retired emergency medical technician, an EMT. He is 70 years old, people. In case you wanted to know. 70 years old. And, yeah. He says, "I'm not as good as the young guns. I'm hoping I'm a topping 70 years old, but I'm pretty scrappy." That's what he says. So that is Steve Ewing right there. Oh, round goes Aurelian. Oh,
Didn't hit
boy.
nothing.
We didn't see any. Oh, don't.
Oh, he didn't hit none until he drove in the wall.
Well, that didn't help. Oh, Aurelian's not going to be up. And he's towing. Okay, so what happened there? Was that Morgan? Is that Morgan right there with him? Let's see. He's down by. Oh, he's on the grass. If you see that, he's on the grass. Let's see. Yeah, he's in the grass, and then he's already losing it. Oh, and then the other tried to get around him. There may have been the slightest bit of net code there, but he was already going around. Oh, is that Morgan Smith that was right there? I think that was Morgan Smith. I recognize the paint scheme, but there's a couple of them that. Oh, And to add insult
Was
to
that
injury, he
Derek?
drives into barrier.
Was that
Ouch.
Derek that lost it?
No, that's Aurelian. You can see there on the screen that,
Watch the pink car.
yeah, pink is Derek right there. So Derek
Yeah.
looks to be okay. So the other, I don't know who the other pink one is. Yep, Michael.
Yep,
Oh,
there we
Michael
go.
went around. Oh, he was trying to avoid this. Oh, he just went around on his own too. Ugh. Tough corner. Tough corner. All right, where are we at? The two behemoths are battling up front, not far apart from each other. So they're only about a second away from each other. But this mid-pack battle right here, Derek has made his way all the way up to 10th on the track. Now remember, ooh, those are pro drivers in front of him. You can tell by the red number boards and the red mirrors. The red number boards and mirrors are your pros. The blue number boards and mirrors are your AMs. And Derek might have to move up into the pros, or we might have to move a couple people back to the AMs after this one's over. But battling it out. There's Chris Schreiber.
They are pushing. They are pushing hard. You can just see them going.
Yeah, you sure can. Look at Steve Hewitt, 70 years old. Wow. I sure hope I'm doing this when I'm 70, Picks. Me and you together. I'll be in the booth with white hair, and I'll be talking like this. Here comes Steve Susanna around the track, and oh golly, I can't remember that guy's name. That's gonna be me. Gosh, I hope that's not me. I do not want to be that. Oh, easy, Steve. Easy, Steve. Derek says, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Derek is kind of digging his way through there. He's gotten 6th position since the start of the race.
Oh,
There's
those
Jarmo.
guys in the back pushing.
Yeah, this is good stuff. Jarmo. Jarmo's a pretty quick guy. I think that's is that Steve no, is that yeah, that's Jarmo. And it's Steve Susanna chasing him down, and David Bronca up in front of him. David Bronca, who's currently running as the points leader for the AMs. There he is right there. Car number 777. And he is kind of just he's all the way up there with the pros. Like, so he is let's just say, David, you may win this AM championship, but you won't be AM in the next one, buddy. We had to do this thing. So Fry, you know, in the game, there's licenses, right? Similar to what you're used to in Gran Turismo, we have license classes A, B, C, D, rookies, you know, whatever, and they have the same thing here. And so you can see here on the screen that all of the pros, we just said, all right, anybody who's an A-class driver is a pro. Anybody who's a B class above 2000 is a pro. Everybody else is AMs. So, but some of these drivers have shown that, and just like we see in other simulators, that, you know, those numbers can be skewed because if people don't race in the official lobbies, they don't gain or lose any of that, right? But to get to the A class, they had to be there enough times to get there, right?
Yep. You got to put in the time.
Yep. So now we can see that there's some of these guys that are more of a pro-am than a pro, and some of these that are more of a pro-am instead of an am. But we don't have 3 classes, so that's just how it is.
It's like we always say, you know, anybody can put down a fast lap, but it's what you can do consistently that's really going to put you together.
Exactly.
And as a guy, as well as you know, I made my journey from the AM class to the pro AMs, and hopefully I'll make it back down to the AMs one day so I can compete again. But we'll see what happens.
See, I'm not even classified. I consider myself a pro-am, but I'm not even classified in our own series because
You just gotta be a pro. You gotta be a pro-am-ish. You know, that's just, you know, we'll
Pro-am-ish,
put an
there we
ish
go.
in there for you.
Look at these two. They have very similar lines as I've been watching them drive around. Till just seems to have a little bit more Well, okay, so interesting thing about Till, and I'm going to bring this up because he filled out his little thing, and I learned something about Till. Um, I think he also drove. I'm just going to look. Oh, maybe that was somebody else. There was somebody that was a go-kart racer too. Um, I'm trying to see if that was David Bronca or. We'll talk more about these guys as we go through, but there was somebody that that raced go-karts, and I was like, okay, that makes sense, like that that they understand racing, but now I can't find which one it is. Oh well.
Mm. I pretty much did drag cars a
Oh,
lot.
it was
That was
Hugo Robb that did it.
uh,
He does some karting. He's from Sweden, but he's not in the race today, unfortunately. I didn't see him.
this would have been a good track for all the fast shifting and high banking
Oh
and
yeah.
cornering.
You don't know what you're missing, Fry. These tracks that we have and cars are just amazing here. That's for sure. There's
Well, I mean,
speaking of amazing, there's Doug Palmer currently running third in the pros. Not too bad. Let me look at the actual standings. Doug Palmer is running third. So on track right now, the top three in the championship are running 1, 2, 3 on the track. Till, TJ, and Doug Palmer. Those are your three big point getters. Till and TJ are only separated by 6 points. And the fastest lap bonus point, the pole position bonus point, which TJ got, he got the pole, so that's an extra bonus point. That gets him only 5 points away from Till. And then if he can get the fastest lap, he'll get another points. And if they get a clean race with 0x, meaning they didn't hit anything, they never lost control of the car, and they never exceeded track limits, then they get an extra 2 bonus points. So the if TJ can get the trifecta on those, he can get himself within like 3 points going into the final round, and that would be insane. We wouldn't even know who won until the end of the race.
well,
Now, granted,
they've swapped back and forth to every race for the series, right?
just about, yeah, just about. Round 1, it was TJ. Round 2 was actually Parker Doom, who's not here anymore. And TJ came in like 10th, but Till came in 3rd, so he got a big boost right there. And then Till won the next race, and then TJ won last week's race. So it's been a roller coaster between these guys. And Doug Palmer's been up there nearly every time he's finished on the podium. Not last race. Last race he was 4th, but he finished on the podium in round 3. Finished 4th, and then finished 4th. So he's finished 4th or better in every single race for Doug Palmer. So
Just
I mean,
like
these guys are
he's
definitely
just quite right there.
What's that?
He's just quite right there.
He is. He's like the sneaky
just-
guy that just always ends up showing up there. Oh, I like this camera.
Like that. I like that little tire view.
Yep. Well, like we were saying last week, what we do is we sneak into the pits and we suction cup a bunch of GoPros onto all the cars right before they come out of park firma, and they can't take them off because they're not allowed to make any adjustments to the cars. And so we you can't see them, but they're all mini micro spy cameras, and we just slap them on all the cars so we can see whatever we want. Oh, look at this. Jarmo catching up to David Bronca. Now,
He's
keep
flashing
in
him.
mind that this is not for their class, right? Whoa!
Oh,
Jarmo!
getting too aggressive. Oh no!
Whoa. He had. Oh, don't move! Don't pull back out into the traffic! Oh my gosh! Oh, Jarmo! Watch out, Jarmo! Don't pull! Oof! Jarmo's like, I ain't letting no more pros get by me. Yeah, so he was just climbing right up to David Bronca, and now, remember, he's not racing for position here. On track he is, but not for. Oh yeah, he's lucky that David Bronca didn't get picked up in that, because somebody may have gotten a little bit of a flag maneuver on that one.
Might need the patience flag.
The patience flag. What would that be? What color would Patience flag be? Like a teal color, or
Maybe
maybe like a green with a green flag with yellow lines in it. Like go, but oh no!
Oh!
Where did he go, Derek? Derek, what
I
was
mean,
that?
there's some high banks in the turns, and he is doing some
Yeah, he
exploration.
got dirt on his tires. Careful, there's Jarmo. Weesh. Yikes, Rama.
I think I asked you guys this last time, but as far as the views are concerned, most of the guys just drive with the in-car view.
They're
So
all driving with the
i-
in-car camera.
if they're not VR, they're pretty much just kind of looking at what we're looking at now.
Well,
Whereas
yeah,
I
but like
just
some of the
love to
drivers
drive
have
in chase view.
yeah, but some of the drivers have three screens. So you have your front window, and then you actually can just physically turn your real life head and look at the other screen and see out the windows.
But it's a
So
good
you-
point. But Jason raises a good point because you cannot turn back to chase cam or rear view like in other games. And even if not everyone has triples, so if you don't do a good job of setting up your mirrors, your depth
your
of
rear
view,
camera.
If you
you're gonna mess up sometimes.
depending on which car you're driving, some cars just are a little more open than others, so you're gonna have a lot better viewpoints in different cars, especially like a GR1 car or a Group 1 car or something like that. The highest, it's hard to see, especially when they give you a little tiny mirror. Me and myself,
Michael.
I drive in chase view. It just gives me a better view of the car and the track. But certain views, it makes it hard to see when you're trying to get back on track and they're coming at you at 100 miles an hour.
Yep. What's interesting is when GT7 came out, Gran Turismo 7. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I say that, Timo McCowan, who is in chat, why isn't he on track? Maybe that was, maybe he wrecked, or maybe he just couldn't make the race. But I could have sworn he was here. Wasn't he racing? Oh, he's showing. Oh, he's off. He's out of the race. Okay. Timo says, yeah, but if you have your triple screens, you can actually see your mirrors by looking over too, right? You can see the mirrors outside your car.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't do that with my view, but
I would say most people might have my view. I just have one big flat screen in front of me.
yep, that's a good portion of us.
But and you can also map a couple of buttons that will rotate your head in the game, of course, to your left and right mirrors. Even if you don't have VR and you have only one screen, you can rotate your head to view through your left window and your right window. So that's pretty helpful, especially in oval racing in iRacing.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I would
okay. So
say-
I see. Real quick. So Timo just let us know in the chat the reason he's out of the race is he had a 6-minute tow. And if he only knew at the time that we were gonna do 5 laps worth of cautions to get things sorted out, he could have actually gotten towed.
coulda
and
got
still
right
been
back
this
in.
one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, Timo, it's the lessons that we learn, right? It's lessons that we learn.
That's another thing from the game that maybe Jason doesn't know. I'm thinking of Derek Jeter again. That Jason doesn't know that in this game you can tow. If you get disconnected, if your Wi-Fi turns off, if your PC crashes, you can tow. The game will tow your car into the garage, into the pits, and you can come back into the game, into the race.
Get back in your car
You
and
just
you
get
can
you
drive.
get like one of those a race or what?
No, you can tow anytime you want.
Oh, cool.
But there's only one fast. Basically, they have in this series we've given them one fast repair. So when something like that on, wait a minute, is Doug catching Tim here for second place? It looks that way. Did Tim have an off track maybe? Interesting. So P2 just got really exciting. Tim's got to do something about this. If he lets that car in front of him and they finish the race that way, it's going to make his chances of getting that championship a lot less. The 5 recent laps. Okay.
I think it'd be interesting to see if one guy's pushing a little harder than the other as we come up to probably the pit window. I'd say anywhere between the 20 and 30-minute mark. I think people are going to start coming in.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. So Palmer's only done 1 lap faster in the last 5 laps than Tim Connolly has. Oh, is that Till? Till's
Sure.
pitting now. Okay, interesting.
That's early to me. That's way early.
Yeah, but maybe that was his plan. He got really far ahead of Tim. Maybe his plan was just burn these tires out and put as much distance between me and Tim as possible, and then come back out and run the rest of the race for the next 20 minutes or 22
That's
minutes.
what makes it fun.
Oh, Am leader's in.
I think Palmer's pushing too.
I think everybody was pushing. I think Tim and Doug is pushing hard, so he's probably wearing out his tires. And Tim is probably not going for a 1-stop. He's probably waiting to see if when Till
I think
goes.
he's running
right?
pace. Yeah, I think he's running pace. He's trying to see what everybody else does. Everybody else, I think, is just going for it, which is great.
Yeah, the track is really spread out right now. Lots of different things happening. Who is running first on track right now? Tim is. Okay. Oh, well, normally we'd be able to bring up the driver cameras, but, hey, technical things happen. That's how, that's how GT Champions is a thing, because my job is IT stuff and network engineering and whatnot. And so if I didn't have broken computers and networks and phones and things like that, I wouldn't have a job, which means this wouldn't exist. So,
Chris, I'll speak for everyone who agrees with me. After we're done yelling at it and giving it the finger, we're going to give you a call.
There's Morgan, Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, you might recognize that. You may not recognize his name, but Jerry Jones is a Sector 7 driver, and he raced in World Cup. He is I can't remember what his is it, what is it, Rip? Let's not Let It Rip, is it? Rip City or something?
Is it Let It Rip or Rip City? There's 2 of them.
Yeah, one of those from Sector 7, and he's racing in iRacing as well. And the Sin City Racing guys, the SCR guys. Mike Fagone races in this. He's not here today, but Mike Fagone, that's how it's pronounced. He made it clear exactly how his name is pronounced. Mike Fagone, he's the owner of SimCity Racing, and he runs the CSRL tournaments in Gran Turismo. So he's in the series. So a lot of familiar names. In goes the race leader. On the brakes, get down to that pit limiter. Now this is something Fry, that maybe a lot of drivers aren't familiar with it unless they're in the real simulators. In other words, everybody except Gran Turismo people and probably Forza, but you actually have to slow the car down and get to pit lane speed and keep the pit lane speed all the way to your box. Pull into your box, stop in your box. They do all the service, and then you have to, and you release yourself, just like in real life. You don't get to go 160 miles an hour into the pit lane entry line.
that is something that if when Gran Turismo wants to claim to be the greatest simulator, that's one simple thing that they need to fix. At least the pit line. You need to at least get that thing down to speed. I know a lot of games, they sort of do the auto pits because it's just part of a game. And I know some people enjoy that. We kind of like to take the break, take a drink of water, whatever. But I know that pit line is so important because that can change an entire race.
Yep.
So I'd definitely like to see
Oh,
all
Jarmo,
simulators
that
do
was
that.
close. Jarmo, your current race leader, although he's going to owe a pit
No,
stop. I don't think he can go 20 minutes.
yeah, he didn't stop yet, but I think as we get close to the end, when they know those tires are about done, I think everyone's just running them off for the last couple laps.
Well, you mentioned something interesting, Fry. In in this simulator, there is zero information about your tires except for what the temperature is. You can run certain things, so when you pit, when they take the tires off the car, it'll show you what the temperatures and the wear of the tire were, but not while they're on the car. Now, there
It's
are
crazy.
some third-party apps that I just learned about this week as they were talking about it in the Discord under the hardware section. There are some apps that can show you what the percentage of your tire life is as an estimation. But it's just more and more stuff you have to keep your eyes on, right?
Well, yeah, we
So
always want more stuff to look at as we're trying to race.
yeah,
The best part is trying to calculate your fuel while you're driving. That's the trick.
this this simulator actually will when you pit, you can tell it to stop putting fuel in the car, but you can set auto fuel, and auto fuel is pretty dang accurate. Where just say, put in the fuel I need to finish this race, and it does that for you. So you don't
Crazy.
have to focus on that. But there are some other
Oh, it
things
takes all the
about this.
fun out, though.
Yeah, that's true. But there's other things about this simulator that I think is awesome, and we're gonna learn about that. Well, not learn about it, but I get to
We're gonna explore it
be
a lot.
involved. What's that?
I said we're gonna explore all these options a lot.
Oh yeah. Well, one of the things is there's actually a portion of the simulator that allows for race engineers and spotters, and
Hmm.
so. For example, next weekend we'll be running the 24-hour Le Mans at High Prix, so I'm going to be in it. You remember Average Tom from Gran
Yep.
Turismo? He's going to be in it. TJ Connolly here, he's going to be in it. He'll be in the LMH
You, ac-
cars or LMP2 cars.
you actually got Tom to stop working and do some driving. I'm impressed with that.
Something like that. Uh, yep, Steve Saunders, Wooly, Art Wooly, ART Wooly.
Okay.
He's
Yeah. So
he's racing in it.
you get to learn all these other different names as
Yeah.
everybody has different handles on different platforms.
You can't actually have a handle in iRacing. You have to use your real name. You can't do nickname. You can do nicknames in the league, but in iRacing you have to use your real name or something very close
That's crazy.
to a real name. But here's an interesting thing. So the engineering aspect of it is that you can have somebody be your race engineer, and so when you're coming into the pits, they can click all the buttons and boxes to say, I want to take these tires or those tires, I want this much fuel, I want to make a change to this or that. So you can have multiple people be in your pit box, so to speak, helping you out. Now, you know who
That's
needs
pretty
help?
sweet.
TJ needs to figure out how on earth Till is 6 seconds ahead of him. Till has come to play. You know what, Till? Here's the challenge, right? With Till is now I gotta pay international shipping to send him his coin. So I need TJ to pass him, so I don't have to send it so far. You hear that, Tim? Save me some money on shipping. I'll give you the difference. I'm kidding. Derek getting his lights flashed as the leader is pulling up to him. Well, that's not Derek.
I think
Who's that other
Till
pink car?
just likes this track.
Is that Mike Alterman? That pink car that Till's catching up to? Yeah.
Yep.
So, yep. Till is
That was
just
the,
like,
that was the one we
let
saw
me
crash
through,
earlier.
please.
I
Now,
love
one of the
that turn.
things
That's my favorite turn right there.
one of the things we did in this series is all the AM drivers are running 3-digit numbers. and the pros running 2-digit. No,
Yeah.
I thought Derek was gonna do that. I was like, no. They're running the 2-digit numbers. So now when you're looking at your relatives on the screen of the cars in front of you and behind you, which is a great feature to have, like knowing who the 3 cars behind you are and the 3 cars ahead of you are, they can just look and see if it's a 2-digit number, they know that's outside their class and just let them by, right? Like you're not racing that person. But if it's another person with the same length of digits that you have, then you know I'm fighting that dude. Because they can't, unless they look in their mirrors and notice the red or blue number placard or side view mirrors, they don't know that the person behind them is a pro or an AM. So that's why we did the numbers that way, and it's certainly helped a lot. We need to go. We need to go through the field right now. Let's go through the pro field. So, what's that?
We're just we're watching a AM just run away from a pro like it's nothing.
Yep. Well, they could also be on a different tire
battle.
strategy, right? We don't
We
know
got
if they hit or not.
14 minutes to go, 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, and I don't think everybody's done a pit stop yet.
No, I think
Actually, yes, they
everyone
have.
has.
Everyone has.
I think we're looking at just everybody making that final run, and I called it. I think some guys are just pushing hard and wearing this.
You know what? Tim has actually gained a second on Till. Remember, Till pit a couple laps earlier than Tim.
Mm-hmm.
So Tim is going to be out with less fuel in the car and fresher tires by a couple laps. And that matters a great deal in these cars. So we'll see. I don't know. 5 seconds is a long, and that number's climbing up and then it goes down. But Doug Palmer is about 3 seconds from Tim. So Tim's got like a 3+ second gap on either side of him. Doug Palmer currently running in third. Look at that, man. Way to go, Doug. He's either been third or fourth in every single race. Let's see. I'm going to look and see. I don't think he's gotten anything but a third and a fourth. Yep. He's never finished in any other position. So, but Derek, a lot to do to get things together for his race for the AM Championship. He's 41 points from David Bronca. So unless David Bronca doesn't show up next week for the final race, which why would he not? He's been here every one of them.
Right.
There's not a chance Derek can catch him because you get 50 points to win your class. So
Nice.
now Morgan Smith is running in second, and he's just 11 points behind David Bronca. But David Bronca's behind him on track. Oh, David Bronca's running third. Okay. All right. I see it. So that means that because there's about a 10-point difference between first and second and only a 5-point difference between second and third. So if Morgan Smith finishes ahead of David Bronca on track, that would give him essentially a 6-point gap. So that AM Championship is certainly not locked up by anybody. Morgan was actually running away with this Fry. I don't know if you knew that. Not running away with it. He had the AM Championship. He was well ahead of David Bronca, and then he had a weird incident in a race, and he finished way in the back, and it was a huge points loss. So these guys have to keep it clean. And what's that?
Yeah, one race can tear it down. One race can just ruin your weekend.
All right, we're gonna go on board with Till. Just watch how he runs. The leaders are actually dealing with lap traffic a bit right now. In fact, I'm listening to the drivers as they chit chat and are letting the cars they're passing know that they're catching up, and the other driver's saying, "Yeah, just take me on the right or take me on the left." I love the communication with the in-game with the drivers, which is something that you're also probably not used to, Fry, is as long as everyone's in the lobby, you can actually talk to any driver, and you don't have to open a party chat or be on a Discord. You can do all of that in-game.
So usually we do I'm pretty used to that part, but it's there's some of the public chats sometimes, when you're racing in a community can be not a good thing. It's nice. It's nice when you have that core group of guys that they all understand stuff happens. It's
Yeah,
just
like
racing.
today we're going to be racing in the All-Star race, and I'll be on chat with Venom and a couple of the other RWB guys, but we're not going to be saying a lot. The only thing that they're going to hear out of me is like, no, no, no. My patent
I'm
sound
gonna come in there.
I
I'm
make
gonna
when
come
I'm
in there and just
crashing the
talk to you
car.
guys the whole time. Yeah, you want to know what the scuttlebutt is, right?
I do.
Ain't nobody seen or talked to you in a year.
Has it been that long?
Oh my God, they got a laundry list of stuff. You ain't gonna be talking. You'll be doing a lot of listening.
Oh, people have going to have a lot to tell me during this
I'm
2-hour-long race.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I gotta tell you, there's an old saying, and it is true as true can be, is if you want something done right, you do it yourself. And Pix and I both, the reason he and I get along so well together and work so well together is we both know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we're both able to tell each other what their weakness is without getting mad at each other, right? But we pick up, where we can. Like, hey, Chris, don't forget to do this. I'm like, oh, crap. And I'll say, hey, Pix, what about that? Oh, dang it. Right? So, but we work together a lot. But, like, trying to run a tournament company where we're putting on multiple events in multiple platforms and stuff, I don't get a lot of time to race anymore. I can't. Pix and I, when I first got iRacing, were racing, oval racing all the time with each other, and now it's like, you know what it was? You know what it was, Pix? It's the move. When I suddenly had to move my whole house, my whole family, it just ruined everything. It just completely ruined my mojo, and I'm only just now excited to get back into a car and race again. I just so much stress, like.
I mean, I can feel you on that as far as, I told you I wanted to do more stuff, and, I do stuff behind the scenes more so than really anything else. And when I was racing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and I was like, all right, I don't have no time to practice or do anything, so I just show up for a race. So I've had to back off of some of the racing to focus on more of that behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, kind of the same thing. I'm like, I'd like to be racing, but I got to keep doing this.
Yeah. Look at that. I was just noticing that little battle between 6th and 7th in the pros with Steve Ewing and Michael Piccanini. This is for position, these two cars. Michael Piccanini races with Sin City Racing, which is the group I was telling about, Mike Fagoni, who was with CSR Sin City Racing, the SCR guys. This is their iRacing group of guys, and Michael Piccanini is has been here since the Ferrari Challenge when we did that one. So Jarmo running in 4th, so he's had to make some desperate moves to get himself to where he is. So Jarmo running behind David Palmer by about, I want to say it's about like 25 seconds or so. So he's quite a ways back there.
I've had
Wait a minute.
eye on Ewing all the way up to 6th.
Look at that. All the way to 6th. Oh man, let's go.
Right? He has been, just like the old timers, right? Slowly making his way up. He's gone from, I think, 10th all the way up to 7th or 6th.
Yep. Oh, I just noticed there was a comment. Hazy asked, is Austin Diltz racing? He's in the series, but he hasn't raced for a while. He wasn't here last week either. He's actually only had one race he had one race, and he did really well. He came in 2nd place, and we haven't seen him since. So look at these clean drives. David Bronca shows 0x. So that right there, Fry, is off tracks and incidents. And if you get a 0x, or if you get no incident points, you get 2 2-point bonus for driving clean.
Oh, well, just
Wow,
like
as I
last
say that,
night.
he goes way off, and there he gets it. Oh my gosh, are you?
He just lost a point.
Oh my gosh,
Chris,
commentators
you're not allowed to
curse.
commentate with drivers driving anymore.
That's insane. Like, he was doing so great. 55 minutes he went. 55 of the
Yeah.
60 minutes, and he gets one in the last 2 laps. Oh my
I
gosh.
see a lot of ones and twos on that board, but just like last night, I told them, you don't hit a wall, I'll give you a trophy. They said, were you actually going to watch the replay? I said, yeah, all 2 laps of it, because you're all going to hit the wall in 2 laps.
Yeah. And they did.
And just,
They did.
this track, I tell you, if you can get through the whole thing and not make one mistake, that's pretty impressive.
Yep. So look at this. Is that? Oh, that's Jarmo. So Jarmo's running up in 4th in his class, running 4th on the track.
Somebody's going in.
Who is that? Oh, that's the Jerry Jones from Sector 7. Did he get damaged? I think maybe that's what happened, or maybe everyone's realizing they can't get all the way there on fuel.
Oh, no,
So-
now that would be nuts if they didn't make it on fuel after all that caution time.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
that was
I
only
assuming they could.
that was
That
only
was a
like
lot of caution time.
15 minutes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
No, I know it's a lot, but I mean, these guys have been doing 1-hour races and having to pit about halfway through because they're running out of fuel or their tires. So
So, well, like I was saying earlier, I think they all started pushing, so maybe just a little too hard.
maybe,
Maybe redlining a little much.
maybe. Derek Coral is leading the AM class, so he's been able to catch up, which is actually pretty good for him because Derek Coral needs that win. If he gets and Bronca's 3 places back, so that's interesting because 3 places back, he's gonna get 15-point advantage that Derek Coral will get, and right now he is 39 points back from David Branca. So the 15-point advantage is not going to make a huge dent, but it certainly isn't going to let David Branca just drive around and think he's going to win the race. Morgan Smith is actually running in 2nd, right behind Coral. So he's ahead. So he's going to have 5 extra points. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be... I can't wait to do the points after this. Let's see how these turn out.
You see how I feel when I'm doing the MX-5.
Yeah.
Every week I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait for the next race.
I will not be doing the points directly after the race, which we normally do because I have a ton of things to get done, and then I have a 2-hour-long race to do later. So I'm trying to not sit down at all. I want to get out of this chair and spend time standing until I have to sit in that chair for 2 hours.
Did you practice?
Did I practice? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I practiced mostly on medium tires. I did some soft tire runs, but I mostly practiced on the medium tires, and I'm right up there in the mid-pack area.
I got to tell you, I had a bad World Cup, first couple rounds, and I started just practicing on the medium tires. All week long, I would never touch the softs until I put them on the car during the race, and I started doing so much better. It's very strange.
Yep.
So
who's going
it
slow
might
there?
work for you.
Why is
somebody's out
Jarmo
of
going
gas.
so slow? Is he damaged? Did he run out of gas?
He's out of gas.
Oh, he's driving all slow right in the racing line. That's not safe. Yeah, he's out of gas. He's got to stay off the racing line so someone doesn't hit him. Do not... Oh, okay. I was like, don't you dare stop there. All right, so let's see. Where's Till? Till's about 4 seconds ahead of TJ. This might be one more lap that they have to do. Wow, look at that. So Till gains a spot in the race. Tim loses a spot. Doug Palmer moves up a spot. Steve Susanna moves down. Michael Piccanini moves up. There's a lot of movement around between all the drivers, which I thoroughly enjoy. Yes, Steven, commentators curse. What a Oh, oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, people, and please share it out. We are so close to hitting our 1,000 subscribers. You don't even know the excitement that will bring to me. We're at 984. That's how close we are, everyone. 984 people have subscribed to our channel. We just need those 16 more, um, and we'll hit that 1K. Oh, we've been waiting for that. Oh, we're on the finish. It is now the final lap of the race. That means Derek Coral, who's coming around the final corners now, is going to come across and finish as the it showed the that's weird. It shows the race over.
Well, Coral just came across.
That's weird. I thought they'd have to cross the finish line towards the end of the race. Why is Till's car not showing the... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, why is it not showing the proper colors on it? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but
So,
yeah, that was
so in this
weird.
game, when you finish, you don't. There's no like an auto drive. You can still just drive around.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
you
that's
drive
pretty
around.
cool.
What it's fun because a lot of times if it's a team event, the teams will drive around. So it looks like they didn't race to the line. It just finished them in the middle of the lap. That's interesting. I didn't see that
Today was a fun day.
All right. Oh, what a great yeah, I guess we just missed it, but there's Till on the right-hand side coming across to take the win. So, and there's the other Barney
Conley
waving
giving
his flag.
Conley giving him a flash as he came out of the last corner.
Yep. So look at that. So Derek Coral is gonna take the win in the AM class, and Till's gonna take the win in the pro class. We are going to have them join us here for some interviews. So stay tuned for that. I'm hearing all the drivers chit-chatting in there, congratulating each other. So yes, everybody's said they enjoyed the track, and so awesome. I'm glad everyone loved it. So there we go. Till Steiner takes the win over Tim Conley again. Back and forth, these two titans battling it out between Playing Ducks and Team High Pre. So that's first and second. Doug Palmer comes home in third. So it's all pros on the podium for the on track race. Derek Coral comes home fourth on track, first in the AM class. Morgan Smith will be second, and David Bronco comes home third. These three guys spending a lot of time next to each other in that AM class podium. That's for sure. And the top three, of course, Till, Tim, and Doug have been around each other the entirety of the season. So really good finish. Weird start, to say the least.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Oh, look, we have people showing up to say hello to us. We're gonna start. Let's see, is Derek gonna join us in here? Let me see if Derek wants to come and he may not be on the track anymore. But yeah, let's try to find Derek in here. We gotta talk to Derek, right? But first, let's go to our third place finisher, Doug Palmer. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so Doug, always a bridesmaid. Actually, always the second bridesmaid, sometimes the third. You have finished third or fourth in every single race this whole season. I think those two guys ahead of you just got too much charisma to catch them. But essentially, you have come in and put the pressure on each one of these races. So, man, tell us about your race. It looked pretty fun.
Yeah, well, it was not a lot happening. I passed whoever it was in P3 off the start, and then it's pretty much just doing time trial laps after that. TJ messed up once during the middle, but I wasn't close enough to capitalize on it. So I tried to maybe undercut and pass him in the pits, but that didn't happen either. So.
We saw you right on his bumper there for a lap or 2 or 3. So we were like, "What happened to Tim?" Or did Doug just have pace? And I was like, "Okay, here we go."
Yeah, no, I got up on him, and then he just slowly pulled back away from me. So.
Yeah, it's racing, right? Sometimes people make mistakes, and you got to try to take those spots when you can get them. But congratulations again, man! 3rd spot.
Thank you.
There you go. You guys, shout outs to anyone?
Nope, nope. Just good luck, good race, everybody.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Doug.
Thanks.
TJ, buddy.
What's up?
Hey, Till's keeping you honest this season, isn't he?
Till's a fast boy. Of course he is. He's consistent and he's fast.
Yeah, but here's something
Like-
you may not know about Till, and I'm going to share this with you, and it may make you just be like, what? This is he's only driven 41 official races in iRacing so far, and this is his first league. And he is freaking killing it.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. I will say though, if you can wheel, you can wheel, and this man can wheel. So, so definitely shout outs to him. Kind of a crappy race, but overall kind of satisfied. I was struggling with Zandvoort during practice. I only got really this morning to practice, so.
I did want to ask you how hard you were pushing.
I was not like trying to do like all out qualifying, like fast laps, right? I was kind of worried to bend it somewhere, and I did, right? And the big banky boy, I bended it, and then again with me and my great fuel strategy, I put like, I don't know, 15 gallons and 20 laps at the pit stop, so that was really great. So I'll call it a win to stay within 5 seconds with like, I don't know, a whole nother
I could
race's
see the
worth of
difference of
fuel.
drivers that were just throwing it out there, and you just looked like you were just making some laps, just getting through it.
Yeah, well, Till was doing the same. He was on the ragged edge for a little bit, so I was hoping he'd burn up his tires or get them too hot and slick. And there's a couple points where I'd gain some time back, and then I'd make a mistake, and then he would be clean. It's a track that it's hard to go fast all the time. Like it really is.
It'll
It's
reach
super-
out and grab you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's super difficult to just kind of. It's like opposite. Barcelona, I feel like I can just thrash there all the time and just go, 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 go. Here, I didn't feel like that. That had zero of that comfort level. And I got to learn Imola too, so I'm kind of interested to see what Imola is like this week. I'll try to get some practice and be more prepared for that last race. And I need Till to just bend it, but I don't wish that on anybody. So.
Well, commentators Chris came out and bit somebody today, but I'm not going to talk about it. But
you suck, Chris.
I'm not gonna talk about it. But it is going to be an interesting race.
Hey, how's it going?
I was telling everybody that I really need you to win the championship, so I don't have to send the winner's coin to across the world. It's international shipping, so you need to somehow win this championship.
New rule: second place has to put in PayPal dollars if they don't get the championship.
All right, Tim. Well, any shout outs, bud?
Friends and misses and you guys racing. It's been fun, and everybody's been consistently showing up, and I think that's the best part of everything is that you got a track full of cars that are all either fast, medium, or learning, and medium and learning, and fast and learning. So we're all still learning. So it's pretty sick. It's a lot of fun, and thank you guys for putting this all together, and thanks to the drivers for making it fun.
No problem. Thanks, man. Congratulations. We're gonna jump to our AM championship, our AM race winner, Derek Coral, buddy. Way to go.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Dude, starting from the pits, and you made your way all the way to this top spot in your class, dude. Wow.
It
Way to
was
go.
definitely a tough one. I was pushing like 100% the whole time. As I'm sure
you went like 110% off into the gravel, if I recall, at one point in time.
I did. I was chasing Yarmo, and I think he had a little bit of an earlier breaking point than I did, and I just had to lock him up and pull off.
I just
Yeah.
figured you were using all of the banking.
including the sand. Well,
Yes.
it's a great braking apparatus. I mean, it slows
It,
the car down.
it worked. It kept me out of the wall.
There you go.
Also saves fuel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
No,
how was that race? I know you had a few scary moments in there, but
it,
otherwise, was it pretty good? You enjoy the track?
I definitely enjoyed the track. I think the amount of practice I put in paid off. I did, I think, 75 laps last night and just up a couple hundredths at a time, and it definitely paid off.
How
And
do you like the setup from Maconi Setup Shops?
the setup's great. I mean, compared to the stock one, which I did a little bit of practice in, it's like a second faster. It's way more planted in the front. Feels like.
Well, that's good. Yeah, they do
Yeah.
a pretty good job over there at Maconi, getting these cars what they need for a race. So that's awesome. Hey, congratulations again, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a fun one. Appreciate you guys putting this on. It's a lot of fun.
All right, awesome, man. Any shout outs to anybody?
Shout out to my wife Bella. She's always in the chat saying something.
Oh, is that who that is? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now we know. Now
Yep.
we know. Okay. Osabella, thanks for watching and everything. All right. So, Till. Yeah, boy. He gets another one. That's another big W for Till. That makes, I don't know how many you had. Let's see, you've had one win so far. This makes your second win.
Yep.
Yep, that makes your second win in the race. Now you and Tim are tied for wins, but you have got yourself quite a little buffer there going into the final round, buddy. But wow, I don't know where you came from, but man, you know how to drive a car.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. He's so humble, people. He's just
Yeah.
so humble. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, after I messed up the qualifying a bit, yeah, I knew I need to pass TJ. Yeah, hopefully next after the start, and then yeah, it went very well.
Well,
You seemed very, very focused.
yeah, he was. If you ever watch the camera, we couldn't get the cameras to work today, so I wish we could have. But today's been like a technical challenge day for motorsports around the planet, it seems. But if you watch Till when he's racing, he's pretty focused. I mean, these guys up at the front, man, you guys have like this finesse about driving that I just can't get my head around. I don't know if it's just because I'm old or I don't have enough experience, or maybe it's both of those things, but it's just fun to watch you guys like move these cars and find that quickest way around the track. I think it's pretty amazing. So congratulations, man. Tell us a little bit about how you were approached this race, because I know that, I mean, it's Zandvoort, right? It's a popular track. People like the track. How did you come at this, and how did the 5 laps of caution for 15 minutes, how did that change the way you approached the race?
Yeah, I don't know. I practice every time, like this. Yeah, I do the same practice every race. We are driving in our team with the playing dogs on private servers, and yeah,
Well, there you go.
that's
That's how
all.
you prepare.
Well,
Well, you know,
is this the track you really like?
Not really.
says the winner, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
seemed
know.
like he wasn't pushing pretty hard at a track that it seemed like he really came into the way you drive. You didn't seem to be struggling too much once you got out front and got that clean air.
And I don't know. You don't. Yeah, it's not have to be your favorite track to be fast on it, I would say. But
Yeah, agreed,
Well, I
agreed.
agree with that too. Oh man. All right, Till. Well, congratulations, man. It looks like in about 6 days from now, I should be receiving all the winners coins here in my office. And then I guess I'll start packing one up to ship to, is it Germany or Belgium? I don't remember. I think it's Germany, right?
Germany, yeah.
I have to pack one up and send it to Germany. So I'll get it in a box, but I'm not gonna tape it shut because you still have to do good next race. You still have to finish up there. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
let's
All right,
see.
anyway, congratulations again, man. Good job on the
Thanks.
race. We'll see you next week when we're at Imola for the final round. Do you like Imola much? Do you race on it much?
Mm, I like it more than Stanford.
That's the perfect answer. Oh, that's great, Till. I love it. I love it. All right, man.
Bad
Well,
news
for
for
those of you who may
everybody
not
else.
know, Till is like you're an electrician, and what is Technic? It said you have a bachelor professional in Technic. Is
Uh,
that technical?
it's hard to translate in English. I don't really know. Uh, mm, yeah,
Okay, so you're like a electrician that goes out and fixes electrical things.
no, it's more an industry
Yeah,
sector.
more like an electrical engineer.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. You know, it's interesting. I was looking in your about you that you like Teslas and you even have a Tesla. My wife's uncle designed the chip that is in all the Tesla cars. So he's got one of every Tesla model that's been
Huh?
built. Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
he's a VP now at Google doing something. I think he's over all of the phones and everything like Google does for home stuff or personal things. But yeah, and I remember driving his Tesla the first time he had the dual motor S class and everything. I took it. I was like, "What is this car doing? How is this doing this? It's so fast." It's
Yeah.
like giving everybody a way too fast car that doesn't know how to drive it, right?
And we
Awesome.
have no speed limit here, so.
Oh yeah, duh. Okay, okay, Till. All right. All right. How fast have you ever gone in a car?
Oh,
He
230
doesn't know they took the speedometers out
kilometers
of the
per hour.
cars too, so nobody knows.
Yeah.
No, I need to know. Tell me the fastest you've gone before.
230 kilometers per hour, I think.
Wow. Let's see. What is 200? I'm gonna do the converting because I'm just an uncultured swine here in the United States. 142 miles an hour. That's fast, bro. I've never gone that fast.
163 for me
Really?
in
Okay,
a street car
I
down a
need to go
bridge.
find a track somewhere, and I need to go. I
No, you
want
need to be 16 with a souped up car and no fear.
maybe that's it. Well, you know what? Here's interesting. When I was young, we went to Europe when I was a kid. I wasn't old enough to drive, but my sister was, and we went to London. We stayed there for a couple weeks. Then we flew to Paris. And then from Paris, we drove all the way down to the Amalfi Coast in Italy, and we went on I guess it's called the Autostrada. I forget what it's called in Germany. It's Autobahn, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we went to the Autostrada, which is basically the same thing. It's no speed limit road. And my sister was driving like about 100 miles an hour. My mom was freaking out, and but like people were flying past us like all the time. Ferraris, Lamborghinis. It was a boy's best dream ever, like to see all these cars just ripping past them. But we were in a Citroen or however it's said, like this little 4-door goofy shaped looking car doing 100 miles an hour. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, okay. I think I've talked too much. I think we need to let everybody get going. We're keeping people hanging out here way too long. Um, hey, thanks again, Derek. Congratulations, Till. Congratulations to both of you on your class victories today. And we'll let you guys go celebrate and do what you got to do. Thanks again.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Oh, Fry, thanks for hanging out with us today. How did you enjoy it?
It was fun. This was a lot of fun.
It's a little different, right? Like
Definitely
so,
different. There's there's always a different curve for every platform. Um,
yep.
this one
I
takes a
enjoy
bit
it.
of an investment, so if you've got the capability, I definitely would recommend it.
Yep. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. That's Jason Jeter, co-commentating with myself, Chris Ball, and of course, Pix, who's running the show in the background, and we get to hear his sexy voice now and again. And Etan, our executive producer, who he just likes to be here and be around. He is the reason GTC TV is becoming what it is today. So we appreciate everything there. So folks, appreciate you guys showing up here. That was round 5. Only one more to go and then it's over, and I'm sad, but there is another series on the books. So you stay tuned for that kind of stuff. But we'll be at Imola in Italy for the last stop on our 6-country tour through Europe. And Imola is a crazy good track. A lot of fun, lots of chicanes and corners and everything. Should make for a very interesting race. A lot of drivers don't really race on it in GT3 cars in this game. A lot of them race Formula 1 and stuff like that, but this is gonna be a whole new world for these guys. Nice long track. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Fry, thanks again for coming, buddy. Appreciate having you around. And
Always, man.
yep, and Pix, thanks again, buddy. It's a lot of fun, and
Yep.
we're gonna let head on out and let everybody go enjoy the rest of their Saturday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, we will be here in about 4.5 hours. No, 5.5 hours, roughly, at 4 p.m. Eastern. We will be broadcasting the GT Champions World Cup All-Star event. Yours truly will be racing in it. So we have our friend Nolander who's going to be running the comms for us for that race. So I get to race. Yay, team. So be back there for that, folks. I'm Chris. That's Fry and Pix. And this is the Porsche EuroCup at GT Champions. Have a good one.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Makoni.
With the launch of Makoni Entertainment and Makoni Competizone alongside Makoni Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MakoniSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a 5th grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.